Hello friends, subscribers and new viewers of this channel. In this tutorial we explain how to properly install ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco in Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL version 2 and how to verify the installation by running demo example and Rviz. Here is a brief demonstration of what you will learn in this video tutorial. Over here in this terminal window, I have WSL2 running Ubuntu 24.04. And inside of this version of Ubuntu, I have a ROS2 node that's running a publisher. This publisher is publishing this hello world message, and as you can see, the integer is increasing every second. That is, every second I'm publishing the message hello world 211, 212, etc. On the other side, I have another terminal. Again, in this terminal, I'm running WSL2 and Ubuntu 24.04, and inside of this Ubuntu version, there is a listener ROS2 node. This listener ROS2 node receives the message and prints the message on the computer screen. And you can see how the two ROS2 nodes are synchronized. One sends the message and another receives the message. And this is a proof of concept. Okay, so here is some background information for you. ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco is the newest ROS2 release or distribution, and it's released in May 2024. Consequently, it is very recent. The end of the date or the end of the live date is May 2029. Sooner or later, ROS1 and ROS2 programs have to be updated such that they can run in ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco. Consequently, you should start learning ROS2 Jazzy. So here's the main motivation for creating this video tutorial. On the official ROS2 website, there are instructions on how to install ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco on Ubuntu 24.04 and in Windows. I've seen that the Windows installation might be complex and involves a number of prerequisites. Consequently, some new users and even experienced users of ROS2 might have difficulties to install it in Windows. However, nowhere it is mentioned that ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco can be installed in Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL2. Why WSL2 is attractive? WSL2 enables you to run Linux Ubuntu and Linux programs within the Windows operating system. In this tutorial, we will teach you how to properly install and set up ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco in WSL2 and how to run a demo program and Rviz that will test the installation. Note that we did not try to run other application in ROS2 WSL, and we cannot guarantee that everything will work perfectly. Maybe you will eventually have to do some fine-tuning and tweaking to be able to develop and run programs in ROS2 WSL2. In any case, this tutorial might be a good starting point for you. And in our future tutorial, we will make a number of tests and show how to actually run ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco in ROS2 WSL2. Also, but before I start with explanations, I need to mention the following. If you need help with your professional engineering problem, or you need to develop new skills in the fields of control, signal processing, embedded system, programming, optimization, machine learning, robotics, etc., we are here to help. We provide engineering services as well as tutoring and skill development services. We have significant industry, research, and university level teaching experience. Describe your problem and we will send you a quote for our services. Okay, let's start with explanations. First of all, you need to have the necessary prerequisites. You need to have WSL2 installed in Windows. We created a video tutorial on how to install WSL in Windows, and the link will be provided in the description below. However, for completeness of this video tutorial, we will briefly explain how to install WSL2. First of all, you need to open a PowerShell. You click over here on Start and then search PowerShell, and then do the right click and click on Run as Administrator and click on Yes. And now you will be in PowerShell. To install WSL2, you simply need to run this magic command, WSL install. And if you press enter, WSL will be installed. And after that, you need to restart your computer. And after you restart your computer, you will be able to use the default Linux version. However, WSL2 installs by default Ubuntu 22.04. However, to run Jazzy 2, or better to say ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco, you will need Ubuntu 24.04. So keep in mind that. So click and execute this command, then wait, then restart the computer, and after you restart the computer, you can continue to watch this video tutorial. After you restart your computer, you will be able to run Ubuntu. However, the default Ubuntu version will be 22.04, and this is not the version that we want. You can verify that by simply clicking here and searching for Ubuntu, and if you click here on Ubuntu, and you will see that the version is not the version you want. So you can verify that by clicking here. Let me just first increase the font. Over here, let me put, let's say, 24, and you can verify your Ubuntu distribution by typing lsb release a, and you can see that the default version that comes with WSL is 22.04. However, you cannot run Jazzy Jalisco on this Ubuntu version. Consequently, we need to install Ubuntu 24.04. So let's learn how to do that. Close this window. Then, to install Ubuntu 24.04, click on Start. Then over here, search for PowerShell. Then run as an administrator PowerShell. Click on Yes. And over here, we need to run a few commands. First of all, I'm going to resize this window such that you can see what I'm typing. And at the same time, I'm going to resize this manual such that you can follow everything. First of all, let's list all the distributions that can be executed. Let me close this for a second. Let's see. So you need to type WSL, list, and you do online. Let's see all the versions, and you can see all the versions that can be run through WSL. Over here, I have Ubuntu 24.04. To install Ubuntu 24.04, you need to execute this command, and you need to specify this precise distribution. So simply copy this, paste here, and run this, and this command should install Ubuntu 24.04. And over here, be patient, since this will take some time. Then after some time, you will be asked to enter your username. I'm going to use my real name, first name, and then you will be asked to set your password. So enter your password, and over here verify it, and here it is, installation successful, and that's it. Okay, now you are actually running Ubuntu 24.04, and you can actually check that by typing this, and you can see, oops, I made an error. Let me just correct, it should be release A, and here it is. You can see that you're running 24.04. Now you can safely exit from this Ubuntu prompt, and you're back in PowerShell. Okay, good. Let's continue. Next, let's verify that we can actually run Ubuntu 24.04. If you click on Start, and if you now search for Ubuntu, you should see two things. You should see your previous Ubuntu version, 22.04, that's the default WSL2 Ubuntu version, and then you should also see 24.04. If you don't see 24.04, you need to specify it over here and to search for it. Now if you click over here, you will be automatically logged into Ubuntu 24.04, so make sure that you're in this version of Ubuntu by typing again lsb, then release, and then with the parameter A, and you should see description Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Good. Now we can proceed further. If you don't like this approach for running Ubuntu 24.04, there is another way. Let me show you. You can click on Start and then search for command prompt. Open a command prompt, and over here simply specify WSL D and the name of the distribution, Ubuntu 24.04, run it, and you will be in the Ubuntu bash, and you can simply type lsb release A to verify that you're there. And here you are. Good. And you can continue watching this tutorial. However, I'm going to continue with this approach. That is the approach that is based on start and then searching for Ubuntu 24.04 and then running it. Good. The next step is to follow the official instructions for installing ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco in Linux Ubuntu systems. Consequently, go to this website and over here you need to select the proper option. So find Getting Started, click on Installation, and be very careful what you're doing over here. Now, we are going to use binary packages. We are not going to install from the source, although there is an option to install from the source. Briefly speaking, binary packages are already precompiled ROS2 packages and you can simply download them and install them. However, there is another approach to build everything from the source, and this is a longer approach and it's more suitable for developers. Consequently, go over here and search for Debian or Debian packages. So click here. Don't click over here on Windows binary. We are not using Windows. We are actually using Linux that's run through WSL2. So click on Debian packages, and these are Ubuntu Debian packages. So let's go down and let's follow these instructions. And we need to carefully execute everything. First of all, you need to check your locale. This is basically checking for UTF-8 decoding, and you can see that I already have it over here. However, let's just respect this tutorial and let's execute these lines, although they are not necessary. Maybe in your case they might be necessary. However, in my case they are not necessary. However, let's just make sure that we completely follow this tutorial. Good. Yes, continue, yes. And you can see the progress over here. Then we need to execute this. Then we need to execute this. And let's just be careful. Then we need to execute this. And then we need to verify the settings again, and you will see that nothing changed. I already have UTF before I even started this. And now here's the second step. We need to enable the required repositories. So we need to add this repository, that is Ubuntu Universe repository, to our system. So first of all, let's execute this one. And then let's make sure that Universe is added such that we can install packages from this Universe. Press Enter and let's continue. Over here we need to add ROS2 GPG key with apt. This is a standard step when you want to install any package. And then you need to execute sudo curl, and that's it. Next, we need to add the repository to the source list, so let's execute this. Good. And next, we need to install the development tool. This line will actually execute two commands. It will update, and it will install ROS dev tools. Next, we need to install ROS2. However, before you do that, don't forget to complete this step. Press yes here and continue. Now this will take some time. And finally, we are ready to install ROS2, but first of all, you need to update. This is a standard step. And you need to upgrade. And click on yes. To install ROS2, you have actually two options. You have the desktop install or the base install. I suggest that you install the desktop install since you're probably a new user, and with the desktop install you will get all the most commonly used packages, so let's do that. So let's wait until this completes so we can run this command. This will take some time. Okay, and after that, let's run this. And yes. this will actually install ROS Jazzy Desktop. This is very important step. Now basically we are downloading the binary packages and installing them, and this will take some time. You can see the progress over here. Now I noticed that WSL is actually slower than Ubuntu. Since on this computer I have dual boot installed and I can boot both from Linux or Windows at the beginning. However, this installation is slower, and this is reasonable because we are sharing the resources with WSL2, and we are not actually natively running Ubuntu, so Ubuntu somehow has to listen to Windows and to synchronize itself with Windows processes. After several minutes, ROS2 is installed on our computer. The next step is to verify the installation. I will verify the installation by running two examples. The first example is the example suggested by this official website. Whenever you want to run something in ROS2, you actually need to source this file. This will set up the underlay for ROS2 and it will enable you to run ROS2 packages. Consequently, you need to source or execute this setup.bash file. And after that, we will run the official demo by running this. So what will happen now, and what happened by executing this, we are actually running a demo talker or the demo publisher. This demo publisher will actually print this message, hello world, and it will periodically print this message with increased counter where the period is 1 second. And now we are printing the message. However, we also need to open a new terminal, and this terminal should also run Ubuntu 24.04 and actually should run the child window of this Ubuntu version that's running from this terminal, and in another terminal we need to run another ROS2 node that will listen to these messages and print them on a computer screen. So how to do that? Well, mistake would be to do the following. You can click here on Start and then again click on this. No, this will open new Ubuntu version and new Ubuntu virtual environment. So don't do that. The proper way to open a new terminal that will be a child of this terminal is to press Shift and basically do the left click over here. And you will open a new terminal that will be a child terminal of this Ubuntu over here. Again, let me show you. Press Shift, then left click over here, and you will open a new terminal over here. This is very important. Okay, I will do it again. Shift here, and in this new terminal, we can actually run the listener node. To run the listener node, we again need to source the environment. So let's do that. And then after that, we need to run this listener node. So let's do it again, and here it is. Magic happens, and here you can see I heard hello world with an increased counter. Okay, that was good. This means that we have properly installed ROS2 in WSL. The next step is to verify if we can run visual applications from our ROS2 installation. So let's learn how to do that. First of all, I'm going to break this node, close this window, then in this original window I'm going to press Ctrl C to clear everything, and over here as a demo case, as a test case, better to say, I will run Rviz. To run Rviz, I simply need to execute this command, ROS2 Rviz run Rviz. So let's run this, ROS2 run Rviz to Rviz2, bang, and let's see if Rviz can be run. Voila, here it is. We can run Rviz. Now over here, notice what happened. We got some mesa errors, and mesa error again, failed to create Rviz screen. However, I'm going to investigate later on what's the issue, but seems that we can run Rviz, right? I can see in Rviz over here. Now, why I'm doing this? Well, I noticed before that once I tried to install ROS1 through WSL, I could not run visual applications, and I had to do some tweaking to be able to run visual applications. However, here it seems that we can run visual applications. However, it might require some additional installations to clear this error, or maybe some other installation of a program to enable displaying visual applications in Ubuntu. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe button. Thanks a lot and see you in the next video tutorial.